嘿，我是 DC， 欢迎回来。我是 DC， 欢迎回来。我们先来去双子宫主线任务，先来返回基地，用快速移动。基地呢，我推荐直接要飞这个萤火，因为它会有2个萤火。这个萤火在门口，另外一个萤火呢在山下，麻烦死了。目前应该没有人在玩地平线了吧？我看，大家应该都打差不多吧？应该没有人在玩地平线了。那我这进度非常缓慢的中年男子好热哦！刚洗完澡，现在这样超热的，我想开个电风扇。看电风扇插头被拔掉了，等我一下。我来开个窗好了，开个窗。这些剑嘛，做一做。Open the door. Open the door. 回家。返回基地。Welcome back. 与盖亚交谈。
I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that, if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Beta， 这可怜的孩子发生什么事啊？他就自己一个人住在这个地下室，这个 basement。Aloy，
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go.
哦，他背后有什么东西？
What if they take me back?
他就这样把它藏起来了呢。
Sell again. Their slave. Forever.
我会保护你的。我是你的大姐姐。
Laurel and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
他有一个爸爸，无私的爱；一个父亲，无私的爱。
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is...
Rost.
Rost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there.
It's love.
Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go.
Yeah.
You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. swear.
OK，
Whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
The old ones use holograms for everything.
诶，这边有一个惊叹号耶。
I wonder if at some point they just couldn't tell what was real.
Maybe. They were intelligent.
哎呦，支线
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
哇，这么多话，来，先从同伴开始。
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
We grew up very differently. But sometimes different is good.
Yes, of course.
这么多同伴哦，来，
I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
好了，直接你说你要我帮忙。
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor.
Sasaki，
So the legacy tells us, anyway, if we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
OK， 接到了。这边有时间再看。
Of course. Before you do, is everything alright? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
understand one another is to embrace truth.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
新支线任务。好，现在要来去，这边是我们的箱子，大家给我的东西啦。哈，我们的双子宫要继续。该要讲话，短一短一短。
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
直接去双子宫。
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
.哇，各自去各自的地方。
Connections in place. Booting up.
哇，贝塔其实蛮强的呢。
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too.
Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected in area escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
Capture imminent. Initiating contingency 13F.
Wait,
那是什么？
what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
No.
It's cracked.
Look!
That means machines are on their way.
还好，我已经调了难度了。
Get ready.
Here they come.
Four will stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful.
Always something trying to kill. Hit them again. Stay back. Brain is there. Get back.
That's all of them for now.
哦，进入，好，我要进去这个炼铸厂。好的，是的，没问题的，交给我了。
You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy.
游
Hephaestus can't
戏
escape,，but it must.
他刚说什么？你有恭维不？
Aloy. Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here.
I'll
OK
get the
OK
cracked core fixed in the meantime.
OK OK OK， 跑起来跑起来跑起来跑起来跑起来跑起来跑起来跑起来！Let's go party party all night.
Okay, I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Oh. Go 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 go.
You don't, Hephaestus! I'll find another way over.
这里行吗？这里行得通吗？让我来看一下。不行哎，这里没有路了。
How to reach the other side?
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
这个东西是，哦，等一下啊，Yes 啊，好，这样子。
Some kind of production chamber. Hephaestus is up to something,
扫一
alright?
下，
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know,
补给
but
箱
I'm。gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
OK， 直接飞过去。跟着运输机。
I gotta find where Hephaestus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good.
哦。
Shit. machines are making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow. I gotta find a way past the shield.
烦欸。有吗？有吗？啪啪啪！哎，他们刚刚往那边跑过去。哦，这有洞口。哎，是这边吗？运输机嘛。
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
另外一只。 怕火。这是什么？哦哟，这边有个可以来覆盖它。这里，覆盖。一直在吓我哎。地道。
Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
好了。哎呦喂！扫一下。这么快就好了？
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice.
好，再一次覆盖。
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
哦，这里有东西，风背兽。
Great. Festus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy, more machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
什么意思？他们跑进去了。
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
来呀，进来呀！
They caught me.
哎，不打是不是？先上。还有哪里？哪里可以让我跳上去？
I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
找一下路。这里。啊，这个是可以的。抓，哎下，上。哎，下一个，来。 嘿，列车来喽！那我们来看一下，这边有几只？
Just a little longer. Alright. I need to drive Festus out of here.
There should be another note to override.
Got it.
哎，应该会有一个可以让我来一个，哎，下来呀！ OK， 可以了。喂！这什么东西啊？这个？上来！嘿，上！来覆盖一下。哎！
Here we go again.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
没事啦，先把东西先做一做。哦，爽！ 还有哪里啊？哦，大家哟，先扫一下。脚下来了，还有哪里？啊，烦呢！爽。
Node access restored. No credit. It worked. You did the heavy lifting.
Okay.
Okay. Festus is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here
Oh.
too. Everything's glowing.
Machine Festus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
来了，来了，来了。
Deploying priority.
S 万型啥回啊？帕宾。
There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
OK。它还有什么地方是可以拆的？没有。哦，我现在要覆盖。 覆盖，覆盖，覆盖！来了，来了，来了！我来覆盖了。哦，这边有武器。小信箱，我应该先把我的这个开弓，哎，这个覆盖一下。Nice shot！
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along.
感人，真感人。Go go go！
Laurel. We couldn't have done any of this without.
等等再说话。嗨嗨，小赖达，不好意思，刚刚太专心了啊，没有回你，来回一下。我现在有6点。远距伤害加2%，这个看起来很威猛哎。就是你了。虽然我现在中的是这个， 然后再来，我们看一下，我现在有1点有效修复，还是跟药草有关的，有没有1点的呢？没有呢，哦，这个嘞，食物时长，先把6点都用完了。
Right back at you, Aloy.
Go 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 go！ 各式搜刮。好的，好的，好的。星野的大炮。
How do you like me now? Aloy, the bypass is done.
Okay.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained. Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
这么多恶意码哦！哦，我可以骑鸟了。出代志啊！
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Ooh! Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
Oh no!
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her!
I can't even see her.
哦，窝里反，精彩。
Beta. Varl. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
已发现萤火，新插曲。Damn， 哪里有萤火啊 ？Damn。
What was all this for? Some kind of survival bunker? What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
你干嘛给我开门
？There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, and the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
这一点来看一下。
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
下一个问题。
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
OK， 下一个是看一下贝塔。
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
资料通道。
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Oh no！ 地震！地震！地震！地震！
Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. it offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off our contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
哦，刚刚的地震很大呢。哎呀，这个地方。
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
好，再来是远峰人的计划。
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
远峰基地。
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
贝塔在哪儿？
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
然后再来是这个。
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tenakth are cut down outside. So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
"好，全部看完了。
First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold it this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later.
有
First, there are a couple of things I have to do.
有，聪爷，哇，好久没看到你啦，聪爷！来来来，给你一个表情符号。
Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion.
辛苦啦，巡演结束了。
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tanakh. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When. Errand, are you there?
Aloy!
另一个又要来了，哦哟，睡
Yeah,
睡睡
it's me. Where's everyone else?
，Baby Shark，
We're back at base. What happened?
Baby Shark，
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait
是那
here
个
for you.
Baby Shark，嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟 ，Baby Shark，嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟，那个 Baby 吗？Baby Shark， 干好屌哦，是 Baby Shark 哎。等一下先让我看一下，我 再有什么东西还可以再升级一下嘞？近战威力哦，不用，不需要近战威力。巧手工匠，是药，吃药咯。低生命值，低生命值近战，这压血的，不太，其实真的不太需要压血呢。有效修复，啊，这是什么？机器元素 Plus， 普拉斯标枪，一个、两个，一点，然后覆盖程序指令。设定为攻击型还是防御型哦，这好酷哦！这个酷欸，这个酷，这个酷。哎呦，聪爷讲了那么多话，来，我来看看。OK 啦，聪爷，赚钱赚起来啊！这样才对嘛，赶快！钱不赚起来，怎么还妈妈钱？没办法，这样听起来真的是蛮不错的。好，现在这个主线的任务已经打完了，一个那叫什么？这个叫双子宫，还有这个流传千秋吗 ？OK， 就这两个解完了啦。然后现在要打的就是这个10号之役，可是我差不多要关台了。今天累。我先看看这附近有什么东西。我现在人在哪？哦，我现在在这个最南端这边呢，难上加难。哦，这里有一个萤火，然后这里有一个这个不明的什么啊？这个不明是什么东西啊？来看一下。哎呦，这边有东西可以。这个没入去诶。
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
OK 的。这边有东西耶。这是什么？这是可以过的吗？不行，这不能进去。好暗哦，看不到路了。这里很大呢。这里还蛮大的呢，真的。哦，好，这个我再找时间来探一下这边的路，这边东西也蛮多的。外面有东西可以打呢。好，先进来。那这里面还有东西要探，一探究竟啊。OK。哎，聪哥，我要关台了呢，聪哥。 我要关台了，你才来。先来看一下，我就想拿这些东西没啊，跳过去，会，no no no no， 来，哦哟，进不去啊！过不去啊！这边的要怎么进去？哦，那边有个金属花呢。好 ，Let's go， 金属花是呗。这里，我得先找到这个金属花，然后把它干掉。啊 ，no no， 摔那边猪头了。哎呦，里面有东西。那个是金属花是呗？对啊，路嘞？路在哪？没路吗？路应该从这边上去吧？这样过来。好，下一个。OK， 金属花来了，插爆你！可以了，可以拿里面的东西了。收光。还有吗？喂，你看起来是会。可以找到一个东西，新资料。好，没路了吗？好一条，出得去吗？好像没路了。然后这边有一个啊，哎呦，地震是不是？只有地震了。刚刚有个地震很大呢。好啦，我觉得我要先撤了。